What's good, y'all? Shagama Kai. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to 1,000 subscribers, and every subscriber helps. Over here on this channel, we make daily NBA content. So if you enjoy the NBA as much as I do, please subscribe. And today we're gonna be talking about my Chicago Bulls and how I think we've just improved so much, even in this little sample size, on the season. Because when you look at the first couple games, the first two games, first game we played the Atlanta Hawks, right? And first game with a new coach, new system, new all that, and we're finally using our guys right, and the offense just isn't clicking. The defense looks horrible, and we go down big early. But the thing about that game is we went down big early, and we just kind of gave up. Like everybody was just laid back. Nobody was really trying to fight. The whole team as a unit wasn't trying to fight. Next game we play Indiana, we go down big early. Once again, we don't fight. We don't do any of that. Then the third game, that's when I think that things started to flip around. We played the Warriors. We were in it the whole time. Everybody played well. We got I think we got over 20 points from Kobe, Zach, Lowry, Wendell, like the big four, and just good stuff from everybody. We got some good bench production that night, and we wound up losing that game off a buzzer beater. That was a 5 second call for real, but I don't want to talk about that. But that was the first game that we showed fight. And then we go on to play, the Wizards twice. We beat the Wizards both, we beat the Wizards both times we played them by, a good margin. And it just looked great, man, because I think the offense started clicking after the first couple of games because we finally realized that we just got to stay comfortable. We got to get, our shots. Wendell does a lot of picks for us. He does a lot of, high high post, passes and stuff. Wendell's been good for us. Well, he hasn't been great, but he's been solid for us. But the real story of this team is Zach lavine, man. 26 points, I think 48% from the field, 30 something percent from the 3 point line. It might be higher than that, but because he hasn't been all the way there on on 3 point percentage this year. But scoring wise, Zach lavine is the real deal, man. Zach lavine, we need to put him in the conversation of best scorers in the league. He can score efficiently at all three levels. He can make. There's no shot that Zach lavine can't make. Amazing handle. He has good footwork. He can hit the step backs. He can hit the crafty layups. And, I'm just a big all in Zach lavine guy. And I think that him being able to stay in these tough games that we've had, him being able to stay in these tough games that we've been having this year, it's just rubbing off on everybody else because if you see your best player going out, still trying to hit these tough shots, still fighting, still trying to make all these shots for y'all, then it's gonna inspire you to make more shots, play well and just keep fighting. And the games I really want to talk about is this recent West Coast trip. We played the Lakers and we played the Clippers. So in the Laker game, Zach lavine comes out, scorching. He had a lot of points early. I think he had like 20 points in the first quarter, like 19 or something like that. And it was just an amazing game from him. But the thing is, though, we didn't, cower to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously the Lakers are much better than us, offensively, defensively. But we were able to stay in this game because all of our guys did not shy from the moment. All of our guys were just doing what they do. Kobe White was shooting his threes. Otto Porter Jr. has been giving us, great production off the bench. And Zach lavine was doing Zach lavine stuff. And I really want to talk about Patrick Williams because he has 17 tonight. And I feel like with every shot that Patrick Williams makes, it's just more and more clear that he's going to be a special guy in the future. Because when you look at the shots that he takes, he's not, rushing anything. He's not rushing his mid-range shots. He's not, rushing, a closeout. He's not shooting terrible shots. He takes the shots that are available there for him. If the shot's not there for him, he'll give it up willingly. And if the shot is there for them, it's just great. And, Patrick Williams has one of the best floaters that I've ever seen. Like, his touch around the rim is just amazing. And the way he can hang in the air on these mid-range shots is just amazing. The three-point shot, I haven't really seen much of it, but I assume that it'll come as time progresses. But the big story about Patrick Williams is really the defense, honestly, because LeBron has said it. LeBron said that Patrick Williams is going to be a special defender. He has Kawhi-like hands, so, active hands, big hands. And, Patrick Williams is a stocky 6'8" guy. He's 6'8", 225, so that's the recipe for a good defender. He has long arms. He has big hands. And from the film that I've watched and the games that I've watched, he always looks locked in on defense. He doesn't let screens kill him too much too often. He can guard anybody 1 to 3, I think, 1 to 4 maybe. But I think he might have issues with smaller guards, quicker guards. But when it comes to guarding wings, he's the real deal. He can he held his own against LeBron James. I think he held him to 2 of 9 shooting in the fourth quarter in the Lakers game, and that's just amazing from a rookie. And for him to go to Kawhi Leonard did go off tonight. He had over 30 points, but there were, some possessions where Patrick Williams did look, well on Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, you can't stop him, a superstar when he's hot, but Patrick Williams did look well for the most part. And really, all of the games he looked well, but some games he's just not all the way there on offense. And a guy I feel like doesn't get talked about enough is Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young is, I think he's like the seventh man off the bench for us, maybe eighth. And every time he comes in, I feel like he hits 1,000 post hooks a game. It's crazy because every time he be in the pick and roll, they give it to him. He has the option to pass it, hand it off, or drive on his own. And I feel like he gives us a good amount of rebound. I think he averages like 4 or 5 rebounds a game. But when it comes to these offensive rebounds and him getting the jump hook put back thing, I think he does. He does really well at that. And Denzel Valentine is a guy who I did not think was going to be able to shoot the three-ball like that this year, but he's shooting 40% from three this year on 4 threes a game so far. That's pretty solid, even though his jump shot is a little, wacky. He doesn't try to throw it in there, but it works. If it works, it works. And I'm really, really excited to see what Larry Markkinen can do when he comes back because from what we saw so far, he's averaging 17 points on, solid efficiency, but from what we saw so far, Billy Donovan is allowing Larry Markkinen to, actually dribble, actually create for himself. Larry Markkinen has that great, he always comes to the three-point line. He stops on the dime right in the mid-range, and he hangs in the air, does, the bank shots, the mid-range shots. And I think that little drag step shot is one of the best shots that he has in his arsenal. You'd love to see him become more of a knockdown three-point shooter. And he's not the best finisher, but I think with progression, he can get better at those things. But, we just going to have to see. And there's really just a lot of guys on this team that I just really, really like. Obviously, I'm a Bulls fan, so I like everybody, but I just see a lot, for this team, in the near future. And let's talk about how Coby White has improved his passing so much in 1 year's time because he's averaging about 5 assists, this year, which is great for, your starting point guard. But tonight against the Clippers, he had about, I think it was 11 or like 13 assists tonight. And it's just crazy the passes I've seen him make, out of the pick and roll. When he gets downhill, he's making the correct passes to either corner. He's making the great pocket passes in the pick and roll. He's throwing, good passes to wide open shooters. He's hitting them right in the pocket, right in the shooting motion. And it's just, I love to see it. And scoring-wise, he's still a great three-point shooter. He's still crafty around the rim, still a tough mid-range shooter. So I just think the Bulls this year, they fight a lot more than they did last year, and they fight a lot more than they did to start the season because for us to be in, competitive close games that go down to the wire and versus the Lakers and versus the Clippers, that's a great sign because I don't care if we win or lose these games. It would be fun to win these games, but even if we lose, the takeaway I take from it is that we were in these games to begin with. We didn't just, go to the Staples Center and just get cooked by these teams. We were in a close one with Sacramento. Sacramento should have won that one, which they did, but I'm not going to kill us for, losing a close game. Us even being in close games is a very good sign to me because we don't even have all our guys yet. Imagine when Lowry comes back. Imagine when Tomas Satoransky's come back. Imagine when Ryan, Archie comes back. Imagine when, we get our full squad. Then, these would be the difference to, winning these games. But, yeah, put some respect on Zach LaVine's name. Put some respect on Coby White's name. Put some respect on the Bulls' name. We're going to be good, Give us 2-3 years. We're going to be solid. We're going to be in the playoffs again. But, yeah, if you see that in this video, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.